Hey everyone, Craig here, Old Bay Craps, and we are back at the table for the third movie this week for the Movie Theme Strategy Series number 4 with films submitted by you, the subscriber. So this one was submitted by subscriber Scott W. So thank you, Scott. This one's a drama from 1987 about an ambitious young junior stockbroker and his mission to become like his idol, corporate raider, Wall Street player, Gordon Gekko. So before you say money's only something you need in case you don't die tomorrow, the point is, ladies and gentlemen, that greed, for lack of a better term, is good. This is Wall Street strategy. And this time around, I'm going to do something a little differently than I do in my other movie strategies. And we're going to go through the strategy as we play, as we go through the story. So this will be the first time I'm doing that. So I have $3,000 here with 6 shooters set up, as you can see. And we have $240 in reserves. So we're going to go ahead and set up with the first shooter. We have $460 here. So 100 will be Gordon Gekko. He'll be $100 on the pass line. And because this area is Wall Street, we're going to do a $360 lay on the back wall. Can't do Wall Street without a back wall lay, am I right? Now, this movie, based in New York City in 1985, centers around Bud Fox, a young, ambitious junior stockbroker at Jackson Steinem Co, a local Wall Street stock and trading firm, desperate to get to the top. So we will grab from our reserve an $18 bet that we will put on the 6, which will represent Bud Fox. And we will be working on the come out as he's enveloped in Wall Street, and this is where he wants to be. All right, let's get started. And we have a 6-4-10. Puck will go on 10. We'll lose the backwall lay, or the lay bet on the 10. And we will keep the back wall up for the PSO roll, the very next roll here. Here we go. And we have a 3-2-5. So we'll lose the lay bet on the 5. And now we will bring these bets down as place bets for one roll. Or I'm sorry, one hit. Not one roll. So we have a 3, mark the 3. And we have a 4-3-7. So it didn't work out that time for anyone. So the puck comes off. We're going to lose all the place bets plus the $100 pass line, which was Gordon Gekko. And now we will grab the second shooter, put our $100 Gordon Gekko back up, lay 360 on the back wall again. Mark the lay. Get some change for this nickel. And again, we will do an $18 bet representing Bud Fox, and it will be on the come out. Here we go. And again, we have a 4, 6, 10. Puck will go on 10. We'll lose the lay bet on the 10, and we will keep the back wall up for the PSO roll. And we have a 5, 6, yo. All right, we will now bring this down as place bets for one roll. And we have a 4, 1, 5. So the 5 will win 70. We will now bring this down to 25 across, 25 on each number, making the 8 a proper number. And we will take the 70 we won, and that'll be, we'll rack that, and the rest will come back to the betting rack, and we'll put that right there. All right, so it's the end of the day. After work, Bud meets his father, Carl Fox, and he will be represented by a $25 come bet. And Carl Fox is a blue-collar maintenance foreman for a small and struggling airline called Bluestar Airlines. And in a casual conversation, he tells Bud that the FAA just cleared Bluestar Airlines for a major incident that they were involved in. So we'll go ahead and mark the 5 and see if we can get the come bet to go up. And we have a 3, 5, 8. So this will travel up to the 8. The 8 will win 35. And we will rack the first time. And now, some days later, Bud goes to visit Gordon Gekko on Gordon's birthday, bringing him a box of his favorite Cuban cigars. And we'll move Bud down there as a free odds bet on Gordon Gekko, because Bud went to visit him, told him about some stocks. Gekko was unimpressed, and then out of desperation, Bud tells Gordon Gekko about Bluestar Airlines, which the FAA has yet to make public. So Gordon says he'll think about it. Bud goes back to his office and gets a call directly from Gordon Gekko, and Gekko says he places an order for Bluestar stock, becoming one of Bud's clients. So now Bud is a free odds bet behind Gordon. And we'll press this up if it hits. And we have a hard 10. That's the point. So Gordon's going to win money. Bud's going to win money. And we'll take all that back to the rack. And we'll bring that back up. And we will establish a point. And we have a midnight, 12. So we lose the pass line. We'll bring the $100 for Gordon Gekko back up and try to get a point. And we have a hard 6. 6 will be the point. We're now going to take this $18 bet down, make it a proper 30 to match the other bets. And now, as a first assignment, Again, Bud will be a free odds bet behind Gordon. And under his wing, Gordon wants his first assignment to be spying on a fellow Wall Street player, corporate raider, British Sir Lawrence Wildman, and discern Wildman's next move. So we will represent Wildman as a $50 DC bet. And we have a hard 8. So the come bet will come down and get paid on the flat. Place bet will get paid 35. The DC bet will go up behind the 8. And we will take the place bet, $60, and put it as odds on Wildman. And we will rack the rest. So Bud comes back to Gordon and tells him that Wildman is out to take control of a major steel company called Anacott Steel in Pennsylvania, and informs Gekko, who Gekko then leaks the information to the press and then buys the controlling shares. And we will represent that with $5 hardways. So things are going well. Let's roll it out. We have a hard 4. 25 on the 4 is going to win 50 for $1 vig. We'll press the 5 and 9. And Gordon invites him out to the weekend to the Hamptons to have Bud meet his family. And during a party, Bud introduces himself to an attractive blonde lady he meets named Darian. I don't know if it's Darian or Darian, I don't remember. But Daryl Hannah's character. So she will be represented by another $50 DC bet. And she was an interior decorator who only the audience finds out was a former ex-girlfriend of Gordon Gekko. And we have a 3, 6, 9. And we just hit the tall. This will travel up behind the 9. The 9, place 9 will win 70. And now that Bud is working on commissions for using Gordon Gekko, he's now doing more insider trading. So we will take down the 4 and 10. And we're going to go we're going to press the 5 and 9, and now we have inside bets representing inside trading. So now Wildman arrives uninvited to confront Gekko. He's still up here. And he claims that he is not out to asset strip the steel company, but to improve its infrastructure and make something of it. After trading some personal insults between the two men agreed to a deal where Gekko will sell it back to Wildman for a large cost. And we have a hard 10. And we have a hard 4. And we have a 5, 6 yo. Oh, I'm sorry, we didn't pay the hard 10 or the hard 4. My bad. The hard 10 is going to win 35, as well as the hard 4 wins 35. We're going to press up the 5 and 9. And we're going to rack the 20. And we have a 3, 6, 9. So we're going to lose the DC bet, Darian, on the 9. But the place 9 has 100 on it. And we're going to win 140. And we're going to take this down to minimum or to the $25 level minimum. And we're going to bring all this back to the rack. So over the next year, Bud becomes an up-and-coming stockbroker. So we're going to increase his bet to 60 behind Gordon and just put the 5 back in our rack. So Bud's making good money off of the commissions, and Bud gets a new corner office at Jackson Steinem. He's promoted as a result of these large commission fees he's bringing in from Gekko's trading. But now Bud goes a little bit deeper, and Bud gets his friend Roger, and we'll go ahead and get change for this 100. And Roger is a high-profile finance lawyer who Bud now does more and gets from Roger inside information about their clients, which is more insider information, which is illegal. So Roger's going to be a $50 DC bet. And we have a 1-5-6. So this will go up behind the 6. Puck's going to come off. Gordon's going to win money. Bud's going to win money. Or actually, 60's going to win 72. So we're going to do 75. Well, we'll do 72 because I don't have change. There we go. 6 to 5 wins 72. We'll bring all this back to the rack. And now we're going to take down the $100 Gordon Gekko bet. And now we're going to change it over to Bud Fox being a $50 DP as he's getting deeper and deeper into the insider trading. And that was an easy 6, so the hard 6 falls. Then we'll just bring that back up. And that was a 5-1-6. All right. Now with Fox's dealings, he now believes that he can do the same thing as Wildman with Anacott Steel, but he can do it with Bluestar Airlines and improve it and make a commercial success. So he persuades Gekko, who will now be, let's get some change here. So we're going to move this over to the 6, and we're going to represent, let's get some change here. And Gordon will be represented with a $60 bet on the 8, and he'll be working on the come out. He'll be the only number working on the come out. The 9, 5, 9, 6, 5, and the hard ways are off on the come out. These are contract bets, so they'll stay on. And that was a 6. Here we go. And we have a 4-1-5, so the point will be 5. Take this off. And after persuading Gekko to buy Bluestar and expand it using savings achieved by union concessions, the union leaders, including Fox's father, Carl, which again will be a $25 bet, but this time instead of a come bet, it's going to be Carl Fox will be a $25 DC bet. And that's because Bud invites him over to an event at his apartment in order to discuss the proposal for Bluestar. Only Carl Fox proves hostile, sees Gekko, gets angry because he knows that Gekko's only in to blind Bluestar to just liquidate it and ruin the company and unemploy all the employees, and he hates that. So we have a hard 4, so this will travel up behind the 4, Carl Fox. The hard 4 will win 35. And we'll press up the 9. And we'll press up the, actually we'll press up the hard ways. The hard 4, hard 10. So the next, I don't know if it's the next day, I think it's the next day, Carl has another conversation with Bud and decides and agrees to that he'll put it to his men at Bluestar to go along with this deal with Bluestar. So things seem to be going well until Bud gets a call from Roger and says that the SEC is investigating him and they have to cut ties and Roger can no longer provide Bud with any information for inside trading. However, Roger also tells Bud to come, invites him to the shareholders meeting where Bud learns that Gekko is indeed double-crossed him and in fact tends to sell off Bluestar's assets, leaving Carl and the entire Bluestar staff unemployed once the stock peaks at its price. Now Fox stands to make a fortune on such a move, but it is racked with guilt since it was never his intention to break up Bluestar, especially since he knows a lot of the staff and a lot of the staff are friends of his father. And we have a 549. So this will travel up behind the 9. The place 9 will win 70. And we'll just keep pressing the inside as Bud Fox gets deeper and deeper into the inside trading. But then he learns that his father has had a heart attack. So we'll get change for this 100. Then we will make another DC bet for his father having a heart attack. And we have a 4-1 or a 3-1 easy 4. We're going to lose this DC bet. It'll replace this, which was actually Carl to begin with. So we'll lose that. And at his father's side, Fox apologizes to his father for doubting him. And now he wants to resolve the situation by destroying Gekko's plans to take over Bluestar. So we'll play this out. We have midnight. We have a 6-3-9. So we're going to lose the $100 DC bet on the 9, but we have 75 on the 9, so we're just going to get the 105, and we actually made a nickel. And we're gonna rack that one. We're going to play it out. And we have a 3-5 easy 8. So we're going to lose Sir Wildman, his DC bet with odds. We have 60 on the 8, so we're going to win 70. And since Bud's having a change of heart, we are going to be regressing down to 110 inside. And so with Bud Fox trying to destroy Gekko's plans, Darian tries to talk him out of it, pointing out that the money that they are going to earn and the danger of making an enemy out of Gekko. Fox refuses to listen, argues with her, they break up. And a few days later, Fox and the union leaders privately meet with Gekko's rival, Sir Lawrence Wildman, and that's a 12. And now Wildman is going to be a $50 come bet. And they meet with Wildman, who agrees to take over ownership of Bluestar and in return for union concessions, save it from being stripped. And we have a 4, that was a 5. There we go. So this is going to travel up to the 9. This is going to win 35. We're just going to press the 9, press the 5. So the next day, Fox then gets his colleagues at Jackson Steinem to persuade their clients to invest in Bluestar. And we have Snake Eyes. So we have a 2. And we have a 1, 4, 5, hit the point. So we have 35 on the 5. That's going to win 50 for 1. And we'll just reduce this, put it back here. We're going to lose the DP. But now Bud is a $100 DP. And now, after getting his colleagues at Jackson Steinem to persuade their clients to invest in Bluestar, using Gekko's own methods, he leaks the news of Gekko's takeover of Bluestar, which sends the share price up. So we're going to take down the $30 8, and we're going to make it an $18 bet. And we'll have it on the come out, and that's going to represent Gordon Gekko. So the union leaders confront Gekko, warning him that they know of his plans to liquidate the company and threatening to make life so difficult for the customers that by the time the company is broken up, it'll be worthless. So the puck hits 8, hits Gordon Gekko here. Just this one was on the come out, so it's going to win 21. So Gekko decides to cut his losses and pull out of Bluestar, saying, "What the hell? So we only make 10 million instead of 20 million." And we'll rack that. But Fox then gets his contacts to dump their Bluestar stocks, which sends the share price plummeting. Gekko is unable to find buyers for his own stock, saying he's going to lose millions, and is forced to sell at a loss. Once the share price has gone down as far as it can, Wildman buys it up, taking over Bluestar. Gekko finds out about Wildman's dealings from the nightly news and is enraged. And we have a 6, 4, 10. And we have a 4, 2, 6. So we're going to lose the $50 DC bet. And we're going to win 35. And we're just going to press it. We're going to lose the hard 6. And we'll bring that back up. And the next day, and we have a 1, 5, 6. It's going to win 35. And so the next day, the triumphant Fox arrives at Jackson and Steinem, where he is confronted by the police and the Securities Exchange Commission, the SEC. Apparently, Gekko tipped them off about Fox's insider dealings, which they themselves have been investigating for some time. So Fox is arrested, handcuffed, and let out of the office in tears. And we'll represent that by that betrayal by a $100 DC bet for Gekko. And we have a 7. So we're going to lose this. We're going to win there. So Bud was triumphant, but he's going to go to jail. All this comes down. One bet falls. This actually gets paid $25. And now Bud is a $50 pass line bet. And we will take the next shooter and go back up, because Wall Street, money never sleeps. So we're going to do the 360 backwall lay on the come out again. And we don't need to use this because we're doing a $50 pass line bet for Bud Fox. However, we're going to get change here. And we're going to make an $18 bet on the 6, which will be working on the come out. And we have a 5-1-6. 6 will be the point. The lay falls on the 6. However, the place 6 that was working on the come out is going to win 21. We're just going to rack that. Going to keep the back wall up for the PSO roll. And we have a 12. And now we're going to bring this down as place bets for one roll. We never reset this. Sorry about that. So we've only had the 6 and the 12. And we have a 3-2-5. So we'll mark the 5. 5's going to win 84. We're going to do 85 for 1. And we're going to bring this down again. That was our winning. These are our betting chips. We'll put that here. We'll play it out. And we have a 1-3-4. Going to win 50 for 1. And we'll press the 5 and 9. Mark the 4. And we have a 4-6-10. Mark the 10. 10's going to win 50. For 1. We'll press the 4 and 10. And we have a hard 8. 8's going to win 35. We're going to take the 8 up to a $60 bet. And just rack the nickel. Mark the 8. And we have a 6-1-7. Puck comes off. It's the next day. Bud meets with, on his way to the courthouse, Bud meets with Gekko. Gekko in a rainy Central Park, where Gekko berates him for his betrayal. He then viciously assaults Fox, but not before mentioning several of their illegal business transactions. And what Gekko doesn't know is that this is the federal authorities, and this was a wiretap on Bud. So Fox was wearing a wire, which he then turns over to the federal authorities. So a few days later, Carl drives Bud to the courthouse where he will face the consequences for his insider trading and securities fraud charges. And after having a few words with his father, Fox exits the car, walks up the steps to the courthouse alone as the image pans back to the skyline of New York. It's strongly implied that Bud Fox will go to jail for his greed, but his cooperation to implicate Gekko with him and their insider trading schemes could mean a lesser sentence, and Wildman has offered him a job at Bluestar upon his release. And that, everybody, is Wall Street. All right, let's go ahead and color up. I don't know about you folks, but I don't even believe we came close. All right, the bankroll was $3,000. So we have 500, 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, 2,500, 2,600, 700, 800, 900, 910, 915, 919, $2,919. So out of the $3,000 bankroll, we actually lost $81 of the bankroll. well, we would certainly consider continue playing if we were at the casino. But we didn't win, we lost, which I think is appropriate since Bud Fox really didn't win at the end. He may have gotten one over on Gordon Gekko, but he still went to jail for his insider trading. All right, that is Wall Street strategy. So I hope you enjoyed it. I explained it a little differently than other movie strategies, and I really wanted this one to really tell a story. So let me know in the comments. Did you like the way this worked out? Did you like any part of the strategy itself? If you did, hit that like button, click subscribe while you're there, hit the notification bell if you would please, so you know when the next movie strategy is going to come out. I want to thank subscriber Scott W again for suggesting Wall Street. And everyone, when you're at those tables, season your bets. See ya.